To the north of Falkreath, hidden away on this hilltop, is an unassuming cabin. It sits strong and silent, not a soul to greet us. Welcome to Oddities, a show where we take a look at some of my favourite details, moments and minutiae in games. So grab yourself a tea or a coffee and sit back as we explore together. Today we're here at Pinewatch, this hunting cabin of sorts you can come across while exploring the forests of Falkreath. From the outside it looks like any other home in Skyrim, but of course, any who've played the game know it hides more than meets the eye. There's a great deal of chopped firewood out the front and around the back. This place is clearly stocked, with some fresh veg in this cart and a small garden that seems to be growing well. At first glance it seems to be something of a shared shelter, aiding hunters and survivalists by allowing them to escape the cold winds or predators of the night. A lantern is lit, so clearly someone has been here recently, or perhaps dwells within. Walking up the hill a bit further, we can see just how close Pinewatch sits to the snowline. In the colder months, I'm sure the drifts descend, making the place essential for those seeking passage through the frozen land. There's plenty of deer and elk in the forest, and this river where you might be able to catch some salmon jumping the falls. In fact, it looks like someone was trying to do just that with this little camp here. But the fire is doused, and further on we can find what's left of the camp's owner, lying against this trunk. It looks like she might have fallen while trying to ascend the cliffs, or maybe someone with ill intentions came upon her camp. There's an apothecary satchel here, so she was probably doing a bit of foraging. There's plenty of mushrooms growing around the trunks of these fallen trees. But we've had a look at the surrounds. What about the interior of the cabin itself? Within we get an immediate homely sense, as if blanketed from the dangerous world outside. There's weapons and food galore, and I love this green rug in the centre. It really ties the place together, and I mean that with all intent. You get that lovely escapist feeling, striking out into the wilds, away from the hustle and bustle of the cities, just you and nature. But there's a shift of footfall below. Someone is here with us. After taking care of the bandit, we can take a look around, uninterrupted. We find this roaring fire, a broth simmering away. The bandit was adding garlic. Good choice. There's barrels tucked away into this corner, holding all kinds of non-perishables, and somewhat of a feast sprawled out on the upstairs table. Far too much for one person. Through reading notes, we can find that all the firewood chopped up outside is a front. The bandits here sell it, alongside their ill-gotten gains. And we get a name, Rigel Strongarm. Sounds like she's the leader of all the bandits in the region, all working together to raid unfortunate carts that traverse the roads of Falkreath Hole. I'm sure we all know about the secret of Pinewatch, this hidden passage veiled by an unassuming shelf. I love that you can see the mist blowing from underneath, revealing the depths below. Pressing this button, a throat into the earth is uncovered. Mossy carved stone wrapping around us. A Nordic ruin. I'm a sucker for secret passages, and the first time finding this was such a joy. The weight of the tunnel is being held by this scaffold. I wonder just how old this wood is, and how much strength it has left within it. Downwards, we come to this great hall. Walkways run across this crumbling ruin, fog obscuring distant movements. It looks as if these walkways were built by the bandits themselves. You can see what's left of the old walkway that ran between these doors here. You can see these roots above pushing through the rock, and with the sound of shifting ground, it gives a feeling this place could collapse at any second. The weight of the forest bearing down upon this ancient place. In the centre of the scaffolding is another of these avian statues, whatever great shrine it sat upon is in ruins beneath. It looks like the bandits have made use of this old trapdoor, allowing their poor victims to fall onto these wooden stakes below. I can't imagine any use for this other than simple cruelty. If the travellers are here, then presumably the bandits already have their goods. Unless it's something of an interrogation. The bandits attempting to get some information about the caravaners' fellow merchants and their locations or destinations. In this chamber, we can see that the bandits have put everything they have to use in defending this place. There's these walls of barrels and crates, and a walkway made from sacks, chests, and shelves. It's clear these people are resourceful, scraping everything together, nothing going to waste. And here, within their inner sanctuary, we can see just how successful this operation has been. Countless supplies and goods taken from unfortunate travellers. Ales, vegetables, books, jewels, and weaponry. Anything they can offload in this racket. This dining setup looks like they were holding something of a council. I'm sure this situation of theirs needs the utmost planning. And we can see there is some intelligence and organisation behind what seemingly were simple ruffians, perhaps taking advantage of the instability caused by the Civil War to create this network of thievery. And it doesn't just look like they deal in goods. Here we can find 2 great cages, empty for the moment, but surely awaiting poor prisoners to be held for ransom, or sold to the far reaches of the Empire. No need to worry about things that creep in the dark halls. The bandits have already slain all the Draugr that stalk this place. They haven't even bothered to clean away their bodies. Maybe they will, once they've filled the previous chambers to the brim. That being said, it can't be easy to lug all their stuff through the front door of Pinewatch, down the small staircase and through the tunnel. The bandits don't actually live too badly down here, with actual beds and what looks like a common area they've set up. They even have a bar. You can imagine them drinking the night away in here, cheering and singing after a successful raid. Looking at the bar itself, all the plates, mugs, and ales are stacked perfectly. It just brings up that sense of organisation that permeates the place. These clearly aren't the bandits we're used to dealing with. It's something much more dangerous, almost a criminal empire. But all empires have dissidents, and through notes we find going through the dungeon, it seems there's something of a plan to break into Rigel Strongarm's treasure room and loot it for all it's worth. Maybe Rigel was a tyrant, keeping all the best treasures for herself. Or maybe she was just trying to keep the greedy hands of her henchmen away. Either way, when there's this much up for grabs, it's not surprising someone is rising up to challenge the leadership. And in Rigel's chambers, we can see her paranoia firsthand. Traps upon traps to fend off anyone coming through. A dragon sitting upon its hoard. Her table is empty, no food to be found. Only letters from her father, begging her to drop this banditry before it gets her killed. A warning ignored, but not one unfounded. We strike Rigel down, her paranoia not misplaced, just upon the wrong people. But who can really plan for a dragonborn to barrel their way through your place? And through the back, past a gauntlet of traps, the famed treasure room. Upon this coffin we find countless coins, gems, ores, and ingots, and even some enchanted armor. There's some candlesticks. I'm sure someone will want to have those. The lighting spills down from the candles above, giving the chamber itself a golden hue. A beacon of the greed that overtook this place. And with that, we take the classic Skyrim door, leading us on the path back out. Well, that wasn't just a normal hunting cabin, and it explains where these bandits down the road who dropped a rock on my head came from. Pinewatch is one of my favourite dungeons in Skyrim. It really feels like you've uncovered this place yourself, with no map marker indicating the adventure that lies within. Thanks for watching. As always, if there's any games, locations, or details you'd like us to take a look at, let us know in the comments. Keep an eye out for more oddities, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.